giving me. Okay. What's up?
What's going on? How's everything?
It's good. It's good.
Wow, I forgot that I had us on my phone. But we're gonna have a great time tonight. We have a very, very important topic tonight. So we're talking about love and breaking up and things like that. And it's sad to say with so many women being battered and abused and things like that, and with the young lady that just got found dead, and it's a bad situation. So we have to talk about this. We're going to make it as much fun as we can, but it is a serious topic. So we got to get at it
Yeah.
and let the people know.
The statistics about women in this country and missing people in this country are so devastating that we have to law enforcement has to do better.
What's up, Sean? You look so excited.
Yeah, you do.
I'm having mommy moments. I'm having mommy moments, but I'll be
you having mommy moments?
Yes.
All right, we go through those. Well, right. I never had a mommy moment.
Little people mommy moments.
Right.
You said what, Robert?
Grown people or little people?
Little people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just talking about like how important this topic that we're speaking on today is, with so many women being abused and beaten, and it's sad. And you know how I feel about my daughters and my nieces and stuff like that. So even my daughter-in-laws to be, like I seriously have conversations with my sons, like, this is how you're supposed to treat this young lady. Like, even sometimes when they're joking, I'm like, listen, even in jokes, you got to show respect sometimes. Like,
yes.
So I'm very hard when it comes to that, because I feel no woman or no man, I got to say it on both ends, nobody should ever be disrespected and taken advantage of and belittled and things like that. So you have to really watch how you approach situations when it comes to relationships and marriage and things of that nature, because it's serious. And like Barbara said, it's nasty out here. I know exactly how she was saying it, that many women, say how you said it, how many women are missing?
There is 90,000 missing. I'm not sure if they're all full-grown women, but 90,000 Americans are missing.
And these are just women.
Most of them are not white.
No, I'm saying this is just women.
I don't think that it's just women. It might be people altogether, but the preponderance is female, and the preponderance of those are non-white.
Okay.
There's something like, I'm going to check the numbers, but tens of thousands of indigenous women are missing, and there's nobody looking for them. There are thousands of Black women missing, and nobody's looking. Like this week on Facebook alone, I saw so many Black moms from all over the country, like, attaching posts to these posts about Gabby Petito. Like, but what about my daughter? My daughter's 22, and she's been gone since like February of 2019, and nobody's looking. And nobody looked at her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was never taken into questioning, or the father of her children was never taken into questioning. And it's happening every day. And an indigenous woman from my job said that there are so many lines of human trafficking from reservations to outside the country where they can't be helped,
Right.
that we need to think about this. Like, we need to think about this as a larger issue. And talking about like breaking up and getting yourself away from an unhealthy relationship, or even just a relationship that no longer does you, is important. Because honestly, if you wake up and your ass ain't scratchy the right way, you are entitled to end your relationship.
Agreed.
Yeah, any given day. And it's not just like a lot of times it's like, oh, guys end their relationship for no good reason. Sorry to say, women, it's their good reason. It doesn't have to be yours.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
And people don't get that. People
No,
don't
people
get it
don't get that.
because everybody, including me, everybody, we have our selfish moments. So when a person is connecting to you in the right manner and you're like, oh, I'm doing everything I could do for this person. All the time, it's not about you. Sometimes that person has their own issues that no matter what you do, it's not going to be good enough for them. So it's not always about us. Like as women, like a lot of my homegirls are like, oh, why do guys always cheat? Like, and I tell them every guy doesn't cheat. Oh, but I give him head, I sleep with him. I said, all right, you might do that.
You could
And
jump off a
maybe, but
chandelier
it's not
onto his
always
dick.
about
It
that.
don't matter.
Right. And maybe this is gonna sound no, it's
Here we
gonna be
go.
real.
Here we
Maybe
go.
it's
Real,
like
keep it real.
it's like what you're giving him is not what he wants. Or what you're giving her is not what you want. Like I've known guys that growing up, we hung out together. And I have one of my closest friends. It was a group of us that always hung out. And this is the craziest shit. This is one of the reasons why I trust no one.
Oh boy.
This dude hung out at my man's house every day. Brought his girl around all the time. And my man told him one day, like, yo, your girl is kind of flirting with me, coming on to me. And he was like the fuck out of here. My girl won't want you, whatever. Now, as your boy, you know he's in his feelings. Men, very prideful and stuff like that. So he probably was hurt when you said, your girl is coming on to me. This dude literally took his girl, banged her, then sported him around her for, like, would bring him around and the whole shit. And I'm like, this was supposed to be like one of your best friends. Whether your teenage years, young adult, whatever, I don't play that.
That's a character flaw. That's not, yeah. So it's not like you're gonna, I mean, you can mature and not do stupid things, but that was definitely a character flaw in him, not, anything
I was
else.
like, whoa, that was that. And but also that same guy, I'm gonna tell you another story from that same couple. We're in my house one day, they're arguing, they're going back and forth. All of a sudden, I see, boom, he punches her in the chest.
That's
Yes,
that is
not the chest.
very
Yes, in the chest.
on one level, but that's
So I'm like,
on a whole different level.
right. So I'm
Yeah,
like, hold up, what? Nah, we don't do that at my house. No,
you gotta go.
we
Yeah,
don't do that. But their whole relationship was built on that toxicness. Like they would fight, they would go, like, it was crazy. So I never pictured them ever getting married. I didn't picture them breaking up. Like I was young. I was like in my late teens, early 20s. So I'm looking at it like, damn, this is crazy.
right.
But this was what they were used to with each other. Now, 20, 30 years later, no, they're not together. I don't hang out with neither one of them because they're both fucking nuts. But
You think?
but
That, yeah.
but
Mm.
that's what their relationship was about. And I was like, wow, that's crazy.
You know, and those are the people that don't break up. Those are the people who have longer relationships than regular people. Because their demons somehow meet. Let me tell you, same like their insecurity demons, their whatever, like that toxic demon, they somehow connect and it keeps them there long. Like they
Right.
end up being a soul tie, and it's like you be looking at like you don't want to leave, like hello, and they be like, nah, we be good, we be just going through a rough patch, you know what I'm saying? You like uh like I had a daycare parent, and we talking about, disrespect and breaking up and all that other stuff. They both their wait, was his mother dead? No, her mother was dead. And when they, you know how you play snap with your mate, he
Hmm.
used to be like, "That's why your dead mother is this," and you be like, "Like what?"
Right.
Like the disrespect is real because I can't even imagine. And me and Kevin play all the time. I can't imagine playing with him and talk about his dead mother. Like that is a boundary you don't cross. Like what the heck? And she'd be like, your mother," and it's like, why is this normal? Like, why is this? And same thing, he used to whoop her ass, and she was the, I got long as I got a man, and da 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 da, and you were like, okay, and
But some people feel going back to our days, some people feel that they're not loved if their
unless they get their ass
significant
whooped.
other isn't beating that ass.
Yeah,
But with that, that's they have problems within their own self.
yeah.
They're lost. Because if you feel someone has to beat on you to show you love, you definitely have problems.
And to speak about the person we're talking about, you know, she left that relationship, and she left the relationship because, like, knocking her out became a thing.
Right,
Like
right,
literally knocking her the fuck out became a thing.
right,
And she left that relationship, and it's good to see that she's in a happy, loving type
right. I was
relationship.
so happy.
Yes.
I was so happy when I found out that she did leave because, like you said, I was waiting for one day to look on the news and see
She's
that
dead.
he killed that ass
Hmm.
because that's where it was going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
News
And
at 11.
Yeah.
right, and I tell people all the time. I always Sean to tell you one of my favorite sayings has always been, "Love should not hurt. Love shouldn't hurt. Like if you love me, you ain't gonna do nothing to hurt me. If I love you, I'm not." And I'm not saying it like maybe we'll have an argument one day, and you may be mad at me or you didn't like my tone, but it's different than trying to intentionally hurt someone's feeling, belittle them, berate them,
Yeah.
and definitely no woman I have ever dealt with could ever say I beat on them. Well,
No, that it's
no,
You better,
I have
you
never
better
beat on
stop.
them.
You better
that's
stop
not,
being
No,
fresh.
no.
yeah, that is
I'm not
not,
talking about the
That's
SOM part.
insane.
No,
that is
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
that is not who you are.
Mm-mm.
Right.
I'm disgusted by that. I can't see that. I have got in between people because, like I said, I have sisters, nieces, mother, friends, family. Like you don't. I would never want anyone to treat someone I care about like that. So I would never do that to anyone else. Like that. That's just such a turn off. So, but I'll also say I have seen young ladies go at men in that manner also. Like I taught my sons from a young age. Don't hit women. Don't try to walk away. But I was having a conversation with one of my homegirls again, and I told her, I said, I did tell my sons, I'm not going to tell you to be a dumbass and stand there and let anybody beat the hell out of you either.
Right.
Like
Agreed.
you could try to walk
De-escalate
away.
Defend
the
yourself.
situation and
Right.
walk away.
Right.
Mhm.
Not like stand there and, well, love means I got to
Be a
take
punching bag.
shit.
Right. Right.
No, don't be a punching bag.
Just like, listen, I got to take a walk.
Mm-hmm.
All the way home. Don't even take a walk. Come back.
Right.
But I got to go take a long way home. One of the
Right.
things, you know, when this little girl, Gabby Petito, took the long way home, she went and took a walk, she took a hike, and then he locked her out of the van. And she had to like be out there unprotected in the dark and stuff like that. And that's when you make the phone call. And I remember like one of the things when I was in an abusive relationship, going home to my parents was not an option because then I was going to be a failure.
Mm.
You feel like leaving an abusive relationship makes you a failure? You're
But
not the one that failed.
right. There you go. There you
You
go.
are
It's-
not the one that failed. And
right.
if you're that one person right now that's like watching this podcast thinking like, you know, this sounds like my situation, this sounds like the vibe that goes on in my house with my man or with my woman, don't be a hero.
Right.
You're not the failure. You didn't raise the hand. You didn't lock the person out. You didn't throw the person shit on the lawn. You didn't do the abusive thing. You just refused to be the abused. Make
There
the
you go.
phone call. It's better to live in a shelter for 6 months than to die on the floor of your apartment.
Facts.
Facts.
And even with that, I'll add on to what you said. You're saying don't be the hero. I'm saying be a hero. I'm saying be a hero to yourself.
You saved somebody's life, yours.
Right. That's my
Yeah.
point. Get the hell out of there. And if you fail, should we all fail in life? We all had a moment where we did the wrong thing. We didn't. The judgment wasn't right. So all right, this relationship failed. That doesn't define you. That relationship.
That is the best second chance you will ever have is when you start from absolute fucking zero. I am telling you from personal experience, when you start your life over from just exactly fucking nothing, you can make it the exact life that you want. No lie.
Yeah.
I'm like living proof. Everybody's, I run into people that I used to know and they're like, you changed. You're not the same. Well, thank fucking God.
Right. Right. Right.
Do you want me to be that person?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I literally 2005, 2008, I had 5 boxes. 5. But I spent no more time in an abusive relationship. And if you fucked with me the wrong way, I didn't care if you loved me. I just walked away.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Honestly,
My
like
cousins were like, you're the worst.
I really think I'm the worst, but I'm the worst.
No, we're gonna find her.
I'm the worst with a reason.
You're forever.
I'm gonna have to. You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to interview.
We're gonna have a contest.
The ex-wife. Right. Getting to her head of how, because she was the only one that was able to get a ring out of this man. And I don't care if y'all was two, she managed to do it. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to talk to the ex-wife and the children and then pair him with somebody great.
But all right, let me
But
tell you what.
she's probably the woman that knows you best.
Let me tell you about that. She is definitely. But let me tell you about that. This goes back to when we said you shouldn't go into the next relationship broken.
Right.
Parts of me were still broken. I
Mm,
got out of a very, very toxic relationship.
before the ex-wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was like
Before the ex-wife.
one of the first ones that I like really opened up to.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw how that one went, mm, my trust factor, everything was just like mm-mm, mm-mm. So
So you brought the baggage from that relationship
right.
into your marriage.
Hmm.
And you know, it's funny. I was just talking about this weekend because we talked about dysfunctional family members, but we're gonna skip over that real quick. Um, yeah, we just glaze over that. So and I was saying, like, I don't really like in my family with, I have a family full of women. And I was telling them, I was like, yo, I don't have any problems with anybody. I don't, and the one thing that I made sure that I did was not bring certain baggages into my marriage. So we
Hmm.
did go to therapy and we did, and that's really important not to bring certain things, especially into a marriage. Another relationship, yeah, but even more a marriage because that's a whole lifetime to be together, right?
Right.
So because sometimes, you kind of, you know, um, bringing stuff, and it's so funny. I had this conversation with a pastor today I was talking to, and he was saying his wife, used to, not no more, but she used to, not trust him because what she saw her father do.
Right.
And he had to keep telling her, like, I'm not your father. I am not your father. Like, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And, we have to clear up a lot of stuff before we go into relationships. And I really do think breakups happen badly too,
Yeah.
about how you feel inside.
Yes. Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if I haven't had a breakup in a long time, but, you know, honestly, my last breakup before Kevin, honestly, well, two breakups before Kevin. The Yeah. Um, like, what's funny? Like, because y'all, we're not talking about the person, y'all know. Like, we're talking about somebody before him. So, like, he was a drunk and a teacher, and how I told you about him.
Hmm.
And like when it was over, I was so over it. I was just like, all right, like I didn't even care. Like I didn't care about nothing. Like months later, he tried to follow like my daycare on Instagram to see, I guess, how I was doing. Block. Tried to follow my children. Block. Like, no, we're doing this. We're doing a clean slate. We're doing. I don't know. No, you know what I'm saying. But I've been known to have crazy breakups. Like,
Really? Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
you know,
But
yeah, I've been
but
known to
like
do some
I
crazy
think
stuff.
with me, all right, I'm gonna give you some clarity on my situation.
Which one?
We were very, very young.
Yes, you and your wife.
When we got married, she was 19,
How old were you?
23.
Okay.
So still very young.
That was how old my parents were when they had me.
Right. So still very young. Um, we're both kind of similar in the way we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't communicate very much.
Oh yeah, you
So
did tell
like
me that.
right, so and I didn't know to communicate at that time. I didn't have that male role model around me to say, all right, do this, do this, do this. So you learn it as you go. And when you already have baggage and when you already feeling certain ways, sometimes you don't know how to be that person. That's why, like I said, now I'll pull my sons to the side quick. Like, yo, cut that shit out.
Right.
But Dad, it ain't that. You don't think it's that serious, but you gotta understand how the other. Do you speak to your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, and try to understand? Like I try to sit there and break things down for them. You gotta let people live their own life and figure certain things out. But certain things, I sit there and I try to give them a little guidance and a little dialect. And I always tell them, don't make the same mistakes I made. Converse, have conversation is so important. And when
Yes.
you have that conversation, if you see, all right, we spoke things out and I see that we can't work it out, you can't waste your life on what you think should be. Because like I always tell people, apart, I think me and my ex-wife were better than we were together. So it's like she knows I have her back. I know she got my
Yeah,
back.
y'all the best of buds now.
But
Yeah.
I had to learn. I had to, and I had to learn. I had to heal wounds within myself also.
Agreed.
So and like I said, I never asked about her wounds, but I guarantee she had some. I guarantee she felt certain ways. So like that's a conversation that has to be had, and you have to be open and honest with certain things. Like your brother. Oh, if my daughter's up here, they're gonna be
They
like.
not. I don't.
So they're not there.
I don't think they're there.
But no, they watch, but sometimes they don't
Oh,
interact.
okay.
But no, I'm saying like I'm a dude. If you're my woman, how could I put
Hold
it?
on. Nieces, if you are watching, we apologize in advance. Okay?
Right, right.
We love you. Go.
We could have sex like it's 7 days a week. I could have sex 7 days a week and wouldn't mind.
Still
But
to this day?
yes,
Okay, go.
okay, I'm 53, but I ain't dead.
I'm just asking. No,
But
listen.
I'm just saying, like I enjoy intimacy. I enjoy that.
You
But
enjoy sex or intimacy?
they go hand in hand to me.
Not all the time. You full of
I'm sorry,
shit.
but
No, no. See, Dave just enjoys sex. If we could have
Right,
sex every day
right. Be
and not
honest.
have
It's
to
just
have
the
any
sex.
kind of conversation, like if we could have sex and only talk about the newses on Sports Center,
that he'll be a happy man.
oh my God, that's like, and like a random blowy during halftime. Hallelujah.
Right, right.
But see that's the thing. So I had to learn and then
But
like I
that's
said,
not
I'll
healthy.
I'll go back to like she had babies. Like we have 5 kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can tell you like having
the
sex
first
every
two
day of
were
the
pretty close.
week.
So I'm like, I when things change and then you're like, hold on, why aren't we having sex like we like before we were married, we had sex every single day almost. Now we have a kid, and so my young stupid mind is not where it needed to be. And I'm thinking, oh, she feels some way, or I don't know what's going on with her. She's not treating me like she used to. And instead of going and having that conversation, I internalized and showed anger. So this is what I'm saying. You have to have that conversation. You
And
have to.
it's really big of you, like to say that because most men wouldn't even admit that, they they were wrong in that sense as in their thinking. You know what I'm saying? But when you know better, you do better. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? But it's like a lot of men really wouldn't admit what you're saying right now. You know what I'm saying? They would still be doing the narrative. She didn't have sex with me. I don't care if we had 12 kids. She was supposed, you know what I'm saying? They would still be on that narrative and not once think like, dang, what did I do to help her out? What did
right.
I do to help her get there?
Hmm.
It's crazy. So I commend you for that.
But also with that, like I said, that was my internal bullshit too. Like all the how do you put it? All the what the hell is the word? When you and all the insecurities within me. So when you're
That's big.
insecure,
That's
well, yeah, when
big.
you're insecure,
You probably didn't feel like you were grown enough.
nah, I don't know if it's like I said, oh damn, all right, it's time to keep it 100 again.
Girl,
We I went from one relationship, we got together, and the young lady that I was in that relationship had just lost a baby like a couple of months a good couple of months before we met. We started talking. So I had just breaking up in this relationship. I knew her, but I didn't know her like that. But we
you knew
started
the
kicking
wife,
it.
or you didn't you which
I
one?
knew my wife through her stepsister.
Got it.
She knew me like I was a popular dude, but she knew
Boogaloo.
me. but like I DJ'd, I rapped, I did all that stuff, so
Right.
people knew me. So like we met up at started kicking it, and like I said, when we started kicking, we clicked. But like I said, I still wasn't where I should have been. After
Right.
I think about it many years later, yeah, okay. But I got into that relationship still saying you can't trust women, women be grimy. So any little thing that would happen in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like,
She's
oh,
being
something's
grimy.
fucked up. Something she doing something on it. Like even if it wasn't nothing, I'm thinking it. And that, like I said, that's your insecurity. And like I told you before, when growing up on Staten Island is a little funny. It's crazy out here. And I'm the '80s dude. I'm in junior high, high school, but no, in junior high. Here you go. This is a young wise. All the sisters, when I was in junior, they was not checking for me at all. All the Spanish girls was going hard. So I felt some way about that, honestly, because I'm like,
Did you really?
yeah, I'm like, so you're a little insecure now, and I you get to high school, all of a sudden now the sisters like you, the Spanish girls like you, so but you still have that insecurity because in junior high you was too dark,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and in high school now it's like that don't matter. I like your swag, I like your style, but you still don't understand that. So now you go through what you go through. You move on. You meet the nice young lady. She ain't a hood rat. I ain't even gonna say the other one was a hood rat. I'm not gonna say that because once again, we were both young and dumb.
Right.
Even the one before her, she was young. Like I said, 18, 17, 19,
Yeah,
like
you're immature. You're
right.
immature.
So you're immature. So whatever, but and this is why I always tell people also, you can't dismiss when young people say, "Oh, I love this person," or "I feel this way." You people be like, "Oh, you're young, you'll get." No,
No,
because
you
you don't
can't
know.
dismiss that. That's true.
Right, you don't know how a person is going to feel and how that affects them later on down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take certain things serious. But like I said, I constantly say conversation is everything. And caring for yourself is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody's good if you're not good with you.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
right. So you gotta understand, like, I send my daughters and my sons, this is so serious. Every morning, I send them words of encouragement every single morning.
I love it.
And
I'm gonna start doing that tomorrow. Watch.
tell them to believe in themselves, tell them to fight for themselves and family and love. And I try to break down every single day because we come from an era, at least my parents wasn't like that. My mom's telling me all the time she loved me now. When I was a teenager, boy, get your ass in the room. Like you know how it is. So,
No, I am telling you, I tell my dad when I hang up every single time. I tell him because nobody ever said it when we were kids.
right.
Nobody. I tell
But
my
now
dad
you always do.
maybe if he's really lit up, or if it's like I'm calling to tell him that like cousin so and so died, or I'm trying to think of mostly what I'm saying is like he does not still not say it. And this is a man with daughters. And I'm like, I can't even imagine because like Dave does the same thing you do, Wise.
Mm-hmm.
He sends out to me and the kids and probably his mom. I wouldn't be surprised. Good morning, enjoy your day. If there's something going on, or I got like a conference call or an important meeting, knocking dead baby, things like that. He is not the ILY guy, but he's gotten demonstratively better in the last few months because I called him on it. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, there's a disparity. And now he started including it in I, that's why I like messages that include it because he can't
Mm-hmm.
be the ILY guy.
Mm-hmm.
He just
It's just
it's,
not.
it's toxic masculinity. It's big boys don't cry,
Yes.
and it's like, if you start bawling in the day and age when Wise and I, because we're like Wise is like 8 years older than you, Sean, and I'm like 10 years older.
She ain't gonna admit her age. I'm
Or
53.
You
12 years
53?
older than you.
I'm
53.
about to be 45 next week.
Okay. I would have had you in high school.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So that like whole toxic masculinity thing. It's really it makes it difficult. It makes it very difficult for um, men to open up. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos when I decided that this was where I wanted to land because I got super good at breaking up. I became that type of girl that would just like excuse herself to the ladies' room in the middle of dinner.
And never come back.
My kids would be like, "That was quick." And I was like, "I know, probably still waiting for the appetizer."
That is funny.
Yeah, because I knew, and then I was able to kind of like, look, this isn't for me. Thank you so much. Would you like me to give you money for my food or whatever? But I seriously, after the abusive marriage, I had two more completely fucked up relationships, and I went to like intensive therapy. Like I gotta reset this, or like get something to get rid of my libido because I can't keep sleeping with people that just are not
I'm
good,
dead.
not good people. And my male cousins were kind of like, you can't keep breaking up with people. Yeah, I can. It's a skill now.
Right, right,
It's a
right.
skill, and I am honing my skill. But then when I decided that this was where I wanted to be for the rest of my life, I had to figure out how to treat a healthy man because I had nothing to work with.
Hmm.
That's deep.
That
Yeah,
is deep.
I found like there are like life coaches that coach women, and it's not like being like a geisha kind of a shit. Like they're like they talk about like neuro reflexes of like your tone of voice when you get upset. Like try and keep your voice from not going to 11 when you have something to say because once you
Wait,
start
there's a
saying
coach
it,
that does this?
yeah, there's this dude, no lie, he's amazing. His seminars, if you go see him in person, thousands of dollars. His name is John Wineland,
Okay,
and he tells you like about like the care and maintenance of a good man.
okay.
And it's kind of like men need a woman, and this is his words, and please correct me when I'm if I'm wrong, wise, but they need you to be open enough to be like, how we were talking about um soap opera sex and porn star sex.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They need you to be soap opera sex, porn star sex, cheerleader sex, cook in the kitchen, whore in the bedroom, and maid in the parlor, and still lead your own life. If you can
Mm-hmm.
be that person, it's all good. But if it's too difficult, speak up. But like, be open to
Right.
all
That's what I
that you
want.
are.
That's what I want. I like honesty and realness. And because I'm gonna most of the times be a little too honest and too blunt. And I wasn't always like that. I When I was much younger, I used to keep like everything internalized. Everything.
He was
Then
gonna
I
your
got to
soul
the
was
point.
gonna bust.
What
His head
happened?
was gonna pop. I said there was one point your head was gonna pop off. It's gonna spontaneous
Yes.
combust.
But then I became the complete opposite. And you have to weigh that also because now you can't be too like, yeah, like, yo, get away from me. You're annoying the shit out of me. I don't want to be around you. You're stupid. Like, no.
And that was
So,
you.
like, you're right, yes. But the thing with that is like you said, you have people that like different men want different things, like different women want different things. So it goes back to almost what we talked about the last time also, the love language, where what does that person need? And that once again goes back to the conversation. You have to know how to deal with your partner and how to communicate and how to get your point across. And like Sean, some people like Sean needs that break. When she's there, when she's on a 20,
Let me go
all
to
right,
sleep.
I'm gonna give her peace. Me, I'm that person that's like, yo, all right, get it, let's get it over with now. But now I would have to be with someone that could get it over with now, or I will have to understand, no, this person is like Sean, and they need their moment.
Like we'll definitely talk about it. You
Right,
just gotta give me a moment. You just gotta give
Yeah,
me
right,
a
let
moment to
me let
not
me
let me come down and let me fight fair. Because if you don't give me my moment, I told you I'm gonna talk about your mother and your one-eyed dog. Like so, if you give me my moment, then I could come to this like an adult. Like
right.
you know what I'm
And
saying?
see,
So that's important for me.
that's very important. Because a fool like me, even when you're angry and you talk about my mama, we got problems now, and I'm never forgetting that. So now, anytime we're around my mother and you're there,
And
I'm gonna
I'm
be
like,
like,
hi, Mrs. Raj. You be
right,
like,
I'm gonna be like,
this
look at
fake
this fake
bitch.
ass. She don't even like my mama. And you might have just really been mad and upset, and you wanted to hurt my feelings.
Right, right,
You love my mama, but just to get at me, you was gonna say some slick shit. But
right.
a person like me would never forget that. So
Right,
right
and
there,
you know what? You know why that's important? See, it's really important where we're dialoguing right now because this goes with learning your partner and respecting each other's
right.
boundaries and what each other need and want
Hmm.
to feel whole or whatever in this relationship, right? Because if we're arguing and then you're always like, no, we're going to talk about this right now, we're going to talk about this right now, and I'm not that person,
Right.
I'm going to eventually resent that you don't allow me to have my space
Hmm.
to actually decompress and do what I have to do to
Right.
actually come to the table and talk everything out, and vice versa.
And I had to learn that. I really had to learn because you know
A
how
lot
I
of people
feel.
have to learn that because
A
the
You know
lot.
person
how
I'm
I
married
am.
to, he wants to talk about it before we go to bed.
Right.
No, I'm cranky. I'm pissed at you. You might be able to sleep after we have an argument, but I'm going to be laying up all night thinking about the fucked up things about your mother and your one-eyed dog that I didn't get to say. It'll be rolling through my head. Anybody who knows me knows that I love Dave's mom. Dave's mom is so good that the ex-wife will not give her up.
Mm.
She's my
No lie.
mother now.
The ex-wife will not give her up. She's getting a new mother-in-law, but she still wants that one.
And it's
And
funny. That's how people are with my mother. Like
yeah,
all my exes still are like, oh, how Miss Carrie doing? Leave my mother alone.
Right, mind your business.
Leave my mother alone. But my mother is that type of woman that, like I said, if I'm wrong, she's gonna tell me you 100% wrong. So
I'm that mother too.
people respect that. Like you have some mothers, they could see their son sleep with 40 women right in front of her. It ain't his fault. But no, my mother would be like, no, you wrong.
No,
So
now here's the thing. I won't blow him up in front of the girl, you
no, but
know,
she'll blow me up to me.
but I will blow, like you said, I will blow him up. I got
Right,
grown boys. I will
right.
blow him up to think. Even the oldest one, we keep him lifted in prayer.
right,
Amen.
rightly, Mama.
Look, even the atheists, we all keep him lifted in prayer. like, we just recently had a thing where I don't know if y'all saw. I put that baby three, the grandbaby 3 and 4 is coming.
Hmm.
He's texting me nonsense, and I'm like, huh, let me tell you something. I don't care what you think or say. I know that's your baby. And I'm not going to sit here and uphold you on your bullshit. Will not. Sorry. Get off my line. Period.
Give me one
Oh,
second.
hold on.
Hello,
Yeah.
young Kato. Could I call you back in like a few minutes? All right. I'm on a podcast right now, so you know. All right. All right, well, later. Now, you know who that was.
Your mom?
No, Kato from the Union. She know. Talking about he was he's a union guy. I love him to death, but Kato was like the biggest flirt. He'll be
Yes, he
going
did.
there with
Yes, he
the
did.
ladies there, have a CD hearing. After the CD hearing, can we go to lunch? Like, hold up, I'm in here getting in trouble, and you try to take me to lunch,
You would take me to lunch. That ain't
right?
gonna make you feel better.
Like, why? She's sexy as hell. I'm like,
Yeah.
brother, she in here for some disciplinary stuff, and but But that's what it is.
That's the men. But like, I mean, I'm not the one to uphold my son and his craziness. I'm not that one. And I'll tell him, like, and I will tell my sons and my daughters, if you don't want to be with them, leave them alone.
Right.
Just
Yes.
go. Just
Yes.
go.
If you
Like,
know you're not
because
gonna
you're not
be
gonna make
with
it
them,
worse. It's gonna be dumb.
if you
Yes.
know you're not gonna be with somebody for the rest of their lives,
Let it go.
why are you not at the very least, using a condom?
Facts.
Now, me and my sisters and my best cousin, we made like 13 children together. We, and most of them were before we were all 25. But anyway, we pounded into the psyches of these many children that you must wrap it up. You must wrap it up, wad it up, tie it up, wrap
Right.
it.
Put it in a bow. Put it in a knot.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, tie it in a knot, whatever. That they're all like mid 30s, pushing 40. They haven't made any more people.
Maybe they're just not ready for that.
It was only the second one that was born a couple of weeks ago. The third one's coming next month. But it's like they are not in any hurry to make more people. We were kind of like, don't let this happen to you when they were all running around in the 80s with their little mullets.
I'm dead.
And they just didn't make more babies. Plus, they all got to see what happens when you leave your utterly fucked up teenage marriage.
Yeah.
And
and,
it's
and,
like,
and those early age relationships, late age relationships, like I said, you really have to take the time and understand yourself and know what you and most youngsters don't know what they want. Some
Boy,
do though. Some
let me
do.
tell you something. If I had to do over, I would walk past that first one like like he was the plague. Like there's this there's this meme that says I think I got my first baby daddy from Wish. Yeah,
Oh
that's
shit.
oh, I got, I got a Robert Plant look-alike from Wish. That's what I ended up with.
right, right, right.
1979, I was drunk as fuck, and there were probably some other substances mingled in with that. And I just see this like Robert Plant looking wannabe, the Wish version, definitely, sitting
Yeah.
on top of a dresser. And it was like, I think it's 6 weeks later, I was pregnant.
But it goes down to also like I tell ladies, most ladies, if you're in a situation where you feel unsafe,
Oh,
get out.
absolutely. Yes.
Run. Run like you on fire. And the first time the guy
Word,
hits you should be the last time.
word.
Because if they hit you once, they're gonna hit you again.
They're gonna do it again.
So don't allow yourself,
Once a
it was
cheater,
my
always
fault.
a cheater. Once a beater, always a beater.
Do you really
Yeah,
think
it
once
was
a
my
cheater, always
fault.
a cheater?
No, I don't think always a cheater.
If I have two schools of thought on that. I think if once someone cheats on you,
Hmm.
they will cheat on you again. But I think for the right person,
There you go.
everyone can find fidelity.
Right. But
So
I
you
also
think if
feel
somebody cheat once, they'll do it again? Like you think it's like he cheated on you, girl, run because he gonna do it again.
I think if he like did the whole sneaking behind your back, not if like he banged somebody on break, because everybody bangs somebody on break. You know I'm not. You know I'm telling you the
I
truth.
never done
Everybody
nobody
bangs
on
on break.
But all right,
America.
even with that one, I don't know. I don't know because I have
The first thing I'm doing is banging on break.
no. I'm saying about if a guy cheats on you, I don't think he's going to cheat again necessarily.
Depending on the person,
Right.
because like I know somebody who cheated, made a baby, and he's now faithful to his wife.
I know a guy that cheated on his woman. They went for counseling, and he's been faithful ever since then.
You know why? Because I think sometimes, not all the time, I think sometimes these, a lot of men, not all men, I feel like cheat to conquer. I think some men cheat because they have unresolved issues from their childhood that they have
Yes.
not addressed. And if you
Yes.
get the right person in your corner to say you need to go to therapy, you need to figure out all of these, why your mommy didn't hug you at 8. No, it's the
No,
truth.
this is
No, it is the
It's
truth.
the
I know
It
truth.
is
it
the
sounds
truth.
funny, and this
You know
is
what I'm saying?
you say things in the most humorous way, but that's
But
you
it's the truth.
are
Yes.
when you are exerting control on your partner, or when you are betraying your partner with um, financial infidelity, physical infidelity, um, things like that. When you are acting out some unresolved issue of betrayal and
Hmm.
unresolved issue of aggression. I firmly believe that.
I
That is,
agree.
especially with aggression too. I think some of these, if your mate is aggressive and he's aggressive with certain things, sometimes he was bullied when he was little and never got that cleared up, and now he like, you know what I'm saying?
They're
Because
bullying you.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I think some people, not everybody, some people just I think cheating comes with insecurities. I think it comes with unresolved issues. It just depends on which category you fall in. But I do believe I forgot what I was watching, or a man was talking about. I forgot who I was watching or talking to or whatever, where he was saying that um and that's why I make the joke why your mother didn't hug you at 8. Because he was saying he was chasing after these women and having all of these women and cheating and all of these things because of the simple fact he was, like he needed love or whatever from, I guess, like once he realized like he got that issue resolved, it was kind of like it was he was missing love from his mom.
Was that on Anaya Fix My Life?
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Maybe I forgot
Because
what it
I
was,
think I
but
saw that episode.
right. And sometimes people like that always, oh, I need attention. I like attention. Their mother didn't give them attention when they was little. And
Mhm.
let me tell you, there was this there was this sergeant in Central. And it's funny, but it's truth to his joke. There was people like say somebody who came around or whatever, and they always kind of needed attention as an adult or whatever. And he'll whisper to me, Headley, his parents didn't validate him when he was little. And you know what? It's funny, but when you
It's
think
real.
about it, when you're not validated or somebody that you loved and you looked up to didn't validate you to let you feel like you mattered when you was little, you grow up feeling like you don't matter, and you look for love in all the wrong places and all the wrong places, and you will hurt people because you are kind of a hurt person.
Right.
Hurt people hurt.
Period.
Hurt people hurt. And
That's
that's
why
the name of the game.
that therapy is very important.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, when I was young, if I had therapy, I'd probably still be married. But
Let's get you therapy and get you back with the wife.
No,
Let's just do that.
no,
Let's
no.
just do
That ship is.
that. I know it's
Mm-mm.
Sam. I know it's
That's just that. No, see,
that's
if
your homie.
if I say what I was gonna say, it would sound so weird, but that's just family now. I was gonna say she like my sister, but no, you don't sleep with your sister. But
Right.
but we family like that's my
But y'all are
people.
family. Y'all got kids and
Right,
grandkids.
right.
And, you
But
know what I'm saying? People think
I'm
that when you break up, you're not family, but you really are
right,
still family
definitely.
because
And I'm not even looking for love. Like it's whatever.
hold up. Rewind selector. What?
No, I'm not looking for love. I don't, whatever.
So you want the
Are
love
you
to come
looking
to
for
you?
the occasional bedmate?
Oh, of course,
Oh, okay. All right, we're straight. We're good.
of course. Like if,
No, you're not looking for like hearts and flowers. Have to make sure that you're
I'm
always wearing a clean
53.
shirt, kind of
Like,
thing.
What does that mean?
nah, I think at a certain point, it's like
No, I disagree.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying that's just what I feel. Like at
I
a certain
disagree.
point,
I think it's never too late to find love. Some women get married for the first time at 50, 60 years old.
I
Look,
got a
they ain't
homegirl
gonna
that.
have long.
But my thing is like
For the
I'm
first
not
time, some
looking
people do for the first time get married late in life. For the
right. I'm
very
not
first
looking
time,
for it. But if something was to happen, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like
that's the
I,
best
I
way to
feel
live.
I feel I'm the type of person. I'm not easy. I know that. I know that. I expect a lot, and I'm very. How could I put this? I'm very hard on people. Like,
Oh, I know. I know. I know.
but
Yeah, you're my second person that I'm thinking of doing this. Like Dave's best friend has been separated from his wife. I'm not sure either one of them really know that, but their marriage is like,
hold up. Did you just say they don't know that?
yeah, they don't.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, they haven't had the sex. Like they probably haven't had sex since the Mets were in the World Series.
Shit,
And
if we ain't have sex since 1986, I know we ain't together.
We broke
If
up.
we ain't have sex since last week, I know we ain't together.
exactly, you went to the same schools as Dave.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
No, it
oh
might be a rough week, but if it's 2 weeks, yeah, it's like, okay, what's going on?
yeah.
Listen.
Like when I got my little procedure,
Mm,
Right, you gotta give you a week
other
because you could
things
be
still work,
sick.
right?
You could be
there
sick.
you go. There
You
you
said
go.
what?
Yeah,
What you
other
said?
things are still working, right?
If you got
That's right.
COVID, everything is broken.
I
And
I put
COVID
out during
season,
COVID.
you what?
I put out during COVID.
No, if you didn't have COVID.
I had COVID. I had COVID for 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Damn, you was
I
getting
actually
busy
had
while
COVID
you
at your
had COVID.
engagement party.
She's a
You said
trooper.
what?
I had COVID at your engagement party.
You did.
I did. I did. I didn't know. I
But
didn't
you
know.
were sick around that time, right?
Yeah. And he was kind of like, all right, you'll be fine. You're good. Okay. And he didn't get it.
He sweated it out.
Right.
He was like, do you need some soup? No. You need a little of this? I guess.
That is
Who are you,
hilarious.
Dr. Fauci?
Right, right.
But like I said, if it happens, Sean, it happens. That's how I look at
If it happens, I'm gonna be there with bells on.
it. Well,
Literally
No,
you've
with
been
bells.
we're gonna be like um your ushers at your wedding.
Sean's been around a few of them, so baby, go ahead, say it, Sean. Baby.
Baby.
What?
No, I've been around a few of them. So if somebody can crack this, I will have the biggest present at the I would have the
I'm not that bad.
look, and it would be just for her. It wouldn't even be for him.
I'm
Girl,
not
I
that
owe you
bad.
this. I owe you this, girl.
I'm very loving and endearing.
You are.
Right, so I'm not that bad. I just don't believe in nonsense.
Everybody's not trying to give you nonsense, though.
The majority.
Well, that's the thing. You have to learn discern it. You have to learn some discernment.
Yes.
You have
Agreed.
to not like you have to look for a real straight woman.
Look at his face. Damn shame. Damn shame. On that note, we are 1 hour and five
So
minutes in. What are we talking? I have to put the little one to bed. He's super quiet because he know I'm coming for him. So he likes
Mm.
to be like a church mouse to know that he's not going to bed. Um, what is our next topic, Miss Barbara?
I think the last couple of weeks have been a little heavy. So
Mhm.
let's talk about kink.
Cake.
Kink. She's right up my alley.
Oh,
Paddles, whips, chains,
oh.
nipple
That's
flips.
the only time love should hurt, and
There
only
you go.
Look,
right.
look, look, look. Here you go. Here you go.
I know. Me and you, wise. Had you met me 8 years ago, would have
Baby.
been on and popping.
That's what I'm
You
talking
are the
about.
one that got away, my friend.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, it would have been one easy toll to the fam living in Staten Island.
There you go. And we that's gonna be a great. I might even bring out some of the stuff I have in the closet.
I'll bring out stuff I have in the closet.
Ooh, we're
No,
gonna be
you can't bring out nothing you got in the closet. I don't want to see my
talking
sister
about
like
kink, and we're
Okay,
gonna have more
fine.
toys than Jeffrey the giraffe.
that.
Kinks are us. Kinks are us.
So we ready. I'm gonna make sure. Hold up. So when is this one?
And we're moving to Thursdays.
Moving to Thursdays. Yes.
Moving to Thursdays. So
Hold up. I'm looking at the calendar. So the 7th.
is it the 7th?
I thought we were
Because it's
saying
not next week. The week after, right?
Yeah, the week after. 2 weeks.
So that should be the 7th.
October
No.
7th
Yeah.
at
October 7th.
7:30.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Be there or be square.
It's always a pleasure, ladies. Love you guys.
Love you
Get the thing.
guys. Enjoy.
All
All
right.
right.
Later.
Bye.